Hello. The title of this video is Facing My Fears because this is one of my fears. You can call it fear of being seen, I guess, or put to a display, to be observed or judged or something like that. And I want to overcome it. So for the past month, basically, I've been very anxious about this. I don't know how to approach making this video. I'm not sure what do I want to say. So it comes down to three things. One is I want this to serve me as I said, facing my fears. The other thing would be I want to try to be truthful as possibly as I can with myself and the world around me. So I want to practice, let's say, speaking from the heart as much as I can. And the third thing would be I just wanna put my wishes out there to the universe, I guess. So I wanna put myself somewhere out there. I don't wanna be invisible. I want good and meaningful things to find me. And I just don't know how to get there. I'm not even sure what I want to do for a living, for that matter. So, I don't want to be a YouTuber or anything, Anyways, so there's that. Also, there's one more thing I want to mention. I am probably, as millions of young men like myself, inspired by Jordan Peterson. And I want to thank him for being probably the noblest person that I can think of, really. And for truly being on our side. Because now when I look this past year and few months, I mean, I really needed some help, and I got it through his wisdom, through his videos and his book, and I think that we actually need that help, young men like me, more than we know. So, and he's truly on our side, and for that I wanna truly thank him. So so 1 year ago and few months, in the last January, I came to the strange idea. So I basically wanted to grow up. Finally, I'm 29 now. I was 28 back then, and I had pretty much nothing in my life to be proud of, let's say. So it was time to step up. So I left my home. I gave up my job as a civil engineer, and because I studied 9 years for it, and I just said myself, that's not for me. I'm just gonna manage however I know, just not that. I'm gonna find myself. Yes, I promise that. Also, I remember saying that I want to be like him around that time. I really meant it. I really meant it. And that was maybe a silly thing to aim for, and now I see that it's a pretty much big thing to aim for, to be like him. Because boy, I don't really know what do you have to go through to have a character like that. but I still think it's a noble goal to aim to be that strong, wise, and compassionate like him. So I gave up my job. I took some low-paying jobs, like whatever I can find, just waitering actually. And actually things started happening short while after I actually said that I want to be like him. So life became actually very, very fast after that. And I mean, I don't know, it's probably not possible to explain that, but those are some subtle things really pushed me forward always. Things were aligned in a weird way that always pushed me forward. And the weird thing is actually while I was reading his book, his Antidote for Chaos, things were actually in a way manifesting at the time I was reading. Like, also I don't know how to explain it, but things I actually experienced through the day, let's say at a certain day, I actually read about in the evening in his book. Or things like when I really doubted myself and I was asking myself, what the hell am I doing with my life? Why am I doing this? What is this? Things like that, like deep hurtful doubts. I actually, at the time, I doubted mostly, actually, so I set myself a goal, and that was a really, really tough time when I actually wanted to come back to forget all about that. Yeah, I was overwhelmed pretty much by everything which came into my direction. So every possible moment I wanted to go back to how things were. And let's say in the moment of the biggest doubt, actually, when I really didn't know what to do, so I came across this funny chapter which says something like, I don't remember now exactly, it was a year ago while I was reading it, something like, so maybe you studied, yes, for engineer for a long period of time, but your soul is just not meant for that. And then he says, for the lack of the better words, or something like that. So I'm paraphrasing, something like that. And I really needed to hear that, in that moment. And those are those little subtle things which really kept me going in a way. So I was thinking, actually, maybe I do know what I'm doing. And I keep going. And then the ending of the book just made me cry. So anyway, so this is pretty much the best I can do, the best I can share from the point where I am.